Greetings! Today we're installing the Billet quick shift from Mountune for the Fiesta ST. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is to remove the intake because where we need to work is just underneath here. So I'll just fly through this, but it boils down to loosening our clamps, disconnecting a couple of things, and just pulling it out.
Be cool, go on and fake it. We still know we will break it. We make the same mistakes we always made, and now let's face it.
To remove this, which is our gear shift cable coming from our gear stick. So I've got a really long screwdriver here, so I'm just gonna pop it off. It's just on top of like a little ball thing, so we just need to pop that off. So this can be a little bit tight, so if you just leverage off the bit of metal just at this kind of angle here, you can just get it off and then just kind of like push it out of the way. Mountune provide this little tool for removing the stock little ball thing. So this is the way that it comes. Now this is not the way that we use it. We need to first remove this nut, take the sleeve all the way off, put the nut back on like most of the way, and then slot the sleeve back on top. So you need to go a bit more. Obviously you need this entire ball shaped section at the bottom to be exposed. So now what we're going to do is we're going to push this over the top of the ball, drop the sleeve on top of it, then tighten this nut down against the sleeve. Then once we have that in place, then we're going to use a spanner to hold that in place. Then we're going to use a socket from above to twist, and that will remove the stock ball. I ended up disconnecting the little electrical connection that was there as well, just because it was kind of in the way. I'm holding the nut that we just tightened down against the sleeve down here, and then on top I've got a 24mm socket. So now I'm just going to loosen whilst holding down here. As you can see, that is our little stock ball thingamabob. Okay, so now we're ready to put in our Mountune quick shift. So the idea is fairly simple. We just slot this onto the existing arm. Then from underneath we feed the supplied bolt, which goes in the bottom of our quick shift and secures in place. Then there's two little grub screws either side that we then tighten up as well, and that should be it. So one extra thing that I'm going to do is use some of this Loctite thread locker, just the medium strength, not the high strength, and I'm just going to use that. I'm going to scooch a little bit either side for the grub screws, and I'm going to put some on our Mountune nut that goes up in, or sorry, our Mountune bolt that goes up through the bottom. I'm told that Mountune actually uses this at HQ, so it's a good idea just because what this does is it stops the screws and bolts coming loose under vibration, so it seems like a pretty good idea. So yeah, let's fire away and get that done. Okay, so the point that we're at now is I've got the bolt screwed all the way up in, and the way I did that was with the 5mm Allen key. The Allen keys I have a little ball end, so I was kind of like coming up from below like this at a bit of an angle, and then just screwing a bit, readjusting myself, screwing a bit, and that took a while to do because the bolt is quite long. But you can see now that it's like just poking out the top. You can see a wee bit of the blue of the thread locker. So now what I've got the Allen key in just the regular sort of flat position, and now I'm just fully tightening it, and it's pretty tight. In fact, that's as tight as that is going. I just need to tighten the 2 grub screws either side. Now this one at the rear is pretty awkward to get in at, so again I'm using the ball end of my Allen key. This time it's a 2.5mm, and we just need to get them tightened up. And then just this other one at the front, which is much nicer and easier to get at, so do it last, just like dessert. So now that's in nicely, I just need to just double check that everything's nice and tight, and then that's our actual quick shift piece installed. So then it's just a matter of putting everything back together. Alright, so our billet quick shift is on there super duper tight, and so that is it done. We just need to put things back together like I said. So first thing, we grab our shifter cable and pull that back up and push it onto our new Mountune ball endy thingy bob. I think that is it. Yeah. Reconnect this electrical thing that we took out. I actually took out 2 electrical things in the end, remember? So there's this one. Should just click. There we go. And there's this one down here, which I believe is our gear selector cable jobby. I think that's all in. Right, so now I'll just show you this moving around. Alright, that is our quick shift in place and looking good. So now we just need to put the intake back in place and we're done. Alright, so there we go. That is the quick shift done. We're back in the car, so check it out. It's noticeably shorter, especially up to third. I mean, look, it's really obvious that it's making a big difference there. So yeah, that is pretty cool. So one thing as well that I'm noticing, which is to be expected, is that it requires a little bit more push. It's a little bit more solid in a way, if you understand what I mean. And that's to be expected because if you imagine we're pushing a shorter distance with our lever, which means that force multiplier, it requires more force. But that's a good thing because it feels more positive. It's a nice feeling. So yeah, that is pretty sweet. All that's left for me to do now is to go out and drive with it and actually see what it's like out on the road. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you give it a thumbs up and you'll share it. Make sure you're subscribed for more content to come very, very soon. Cheers. Goodbye.
Damn.